Greetings, my fellow scholars of the livestream. I'm Visuasath from the Cosmo Canyon Observatory, and today we're finishing up our Inside Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode 1 analysis with this final video, which covers the Abzu battle and Platefall. I know many people are already playing the game or have even finished it, so if you're one of them, please refrain from even hinting at information or confirming or debunking any theories or predictions. Thank you for your discretion. Tomorrow is the day, guys! Are you ready to finish off this years-long wait with this last analysis before a new era begins? Please look forward to highlights of my own playthrough. Anyway, in the previous analysis, we were looking at a few scenes from Wall Market. And after a short time skip, we're down here in the sewers. This scene here happens right after we drop down from Don Corneo's trapdoor, and it seems that Cloud is waking up Tifa first. So the childhood friend over the new flower girl. Cloud's feeling nostalgic, it seems. And just for one frame here, we see both materia equipped we've already seen in some other Abzu boss fight footage. Some magic materia and the command materia. I wonder what those are. Maybe this is the assess materia, and this one I have no idea. I don't think it matters anyway. Here in the back we can see this walkway up high where Ab sometimes jumps up to jump onto one of our characters again. And behind there we already see one of the pipes that Abzu probably uses for his tsunami attack. That's about it. Now follow a few scenes which show the battle against Abzu again, and this time everything is in English, which is nice. Why? Because after some slashes here, Cloud will switch to Tifa. Come on, Cloud. I know you want to be slapped and driven into the ground. Quite a lot of damage. Oh, that's nice. Here in the scene with Tifa, we can see a few... The ground is here made up out of different tiles. And in this attack from Abzu, you can even see parts of those tiles flying around. Pieces of them. I really hope those are not just particle effects, that we actually can see destroyed tiles on the ground. It would be nice. And Abzu is such a huge beast. Look at that. Now he does the same attack again against Tifa. Luckily, she blocked. Only half damage. What was Aerith doing back there? Oh, she just gained some ATB. She gained some ATB.
He needs ATB.
Alright, Cloud uses a fire spell onto one of the horns, but his body's in the way. Still, 325 points of damage, weakness. Oh man, blocked attack, 259 damage, it's a lot. Bam! Just a left hook. Abzu is a strong one. Alright, I remembered wrong. Cloud switches to Aerith first. However, Abzu jumped onto this walkway and is now assaulting Aerith with pounds, which we've also seen in the Tokyo Game Show presentation, where everything was in Japanese. He was also pouncing Aerith, and here, because she's female, I suppose, he starts licking her and causing sadness. You can already see here this down arrow signifying a negative status, and since she's bound, her name appears in red, and I think this is new. I haven't seen that before. What's also new is the L2 and the R2 buttons are now glued onto the status area items. Before they were just floating around next to them. Now Cloud tries to free Aerith using Punisher mode. Does he succeed? Yes, but Abzu retaliates instantly. Tifa blocked, of course, so as soon as a player is in charge, no blocking because too slow or something like that. The computer's in charge, always block. Also, we do see a few broken tiles here, but I'm not sure if those are broken because of Abzu or because it's just designed that way. Now, sometimes it's nice that we see all three available targets. Not sure why it sometimes shows it, why sometimes not. Oh, it's because it's outside. If the targets are outside, they're signified by those arrows here. If they get into view, they're still visible for like a second until they disappear. Alright, now it changes to Tifa. Epsa is already quite up there with the focus gauge. It's pressured. Tifa's using her whirling uppercut. And again, long wind up. And... Bam! Pretty slow attack. Full speed. And wind up and bam! So it seems there's a trade-off between triangle and square attacks. Triangle attacks have a long wind-up, but are comparatively very, very strong. Still, I'm pretty sure that Tifa can be interrupted during the wind-up phase. So if you don't want to get interrupted as quickly and want to interrupt the enemy instead, just mash square as she does here. Also, have you seen, because he's pressured, Tifa's and Cloud's attack increases stagger gauge tremendously. Which is why Tifa now decides to go for an ability to stagger Epsa right here and there before he can do anything. And now it gets interesting. Inside the abilities menu, we can now read the description of some of her abilities. First one is Unbridled Strength, which strengthens basic attacks and unique abilities. Long ago I had a game analysis episode planned to explain Cloud's, Tifa's, Aerith's and Barret's fighting style with all the abilities and attacks we've seen thus far. Most of it also in the Tokyo Game Show footage of the Abzu fight. But unfortunately, Square Enix released new content much faster than I could keep up, so I had to skip that. And now I can at least catch up a little bit. In the February screenshot analysis, I already told you about Unbridled Strength, which can upgrade Tifa's triangle attack twice, but it also upgrades normal attacks. As in, during her normal combo, she gains one more strike at level 1, and then yet another strike on level 2, which is pretty neat. Maybe some of her abilities are powered up as well. Next one is Divekick, which has been called Axe Kick in the E3 2019 trailer against Airbuster, and in the Japanese footage here it said Heel Drop. It's the one where she jumps into the air, does sort of a somersault, and then drops down on the enemy with a kick. Next one is the Overpower, which we've also seen in the theme song trailer footage. Overpower is meant to be comboed into normal attacks and additionally pressure the enemy. In the theme song trailer it was the attack where she jumps against an enemy in sort of a screw attack maneuver and then jumps off at the enemy's chest, dealing huge amounts of damage. And the Focused Strike is just her version of Focused Thrust or Focused Shot, although it only moderately increases stagger. I think Cloud's and Barret's version increase stagger much more than just moderately. And last but not least, we have Chakra, which restores your own HP relative to damage taken, more effective when HP is low. Which is pretty nice. When she's at death's door or almost unconscious, it has the most effect and saving her from certain doom. It also cures poison, which is also pretty cool. She's a monk, alright. Also, if you remember, Final Fantasy IX had a character called Amaranth, which was also a monk and had the same Chakra ability. However, it didn't cure poison and it restored HP and MP and 20% of the max values, not just more when low and less when higher. And here in this case, she uses Focused Strike to stagger the enemy. Bam! Stagger. And down he goes. And here, down it goes. What goes down, you ask? You see back there? Plate Separation Protocol. Cannot be aborted once initiated. Proceed with separation. This is the exact moment where Reno only has to press one button to initiate everything and nothing can be done about it. It's practically the same situation we had in the original game, which is pretty neat. And it also looks like he has no remorse, doesn't care, it's just a job for him. So he's definitely not the goofball like in Advent Children. And I find it also pretty nice that we can see his baton here really detailed. Nothing that stands out besides the button here, which has the Shinra logo on it, and probably activates the shock function of this baton. Also, it could be that this one here is the button or harbors the button. Now follows what happens when Reno presses the button. It's practically the same scene we've already seen in the theme song trailer. However, we see a bit more of the scene. Like it starts earlier and stops later. And then here we see that they started very, very high up here. Because this is the support pillar, plate support pillar, and the staircase is over there. It seems that they needed to ascend even further and further up. Couldn't get over there. Now look at that destruction, extremely detailed. So much debris falling down. Here, big chunks of the plate falling down. So much dust and smoke and explosions. It's horrifying. Pipes falling down. And Tifa really doesn't look happy, and Barret is just about to burst. Also, no glasses. I mean, no shades. which I find a little bit weird because just before they were in a battle situation with Reno, so either his shades got destroyed in the battle, or he tucked them away to keep him safe in case something happened here. But if you're gonna use shades, use them now, because all those explosions aren't going to be easy on your eye. Like those here. And again, this is the extended version of this scene. And back there you can also see huge parts of the plate just crumbling down again. The theme song trailer had another scene where they were racing along a zip line. This isn't contained in here, so in this sense it really is just an extension of one part of the scene we've seen before. Anyway, here's the last scene of this documentary we'll go covering. And it's another one with Barret without his shades on. But here you do see his age. You see the crows? Crow feet? I forgot how we call them. Anyway, no shades means either there's no immediate battle, or, as I think, he's in the same location as the battle against the Vargid police. You can see the rock surface on the back and the struts, and the same color scheme. So I'm pretty sure he's there, has the atomic scissors attached, and doesn't need the shades, because no muzzle flashes, no gunfire. Makes sense. And again, I keep marveling at the details, all the animations and the glossiness, and it's just awesome. And even how his earring is pierced through the earlobe. Fascinating. And I'm still not sure what exactly this whole scene represents, what happens before or after, but I already talked about this in the previous game analysis episode covering Shinra HQ. Alright, that's it everybody. Thank you so much for attending today's analysis so close before the remake's release. If you enjoyed it, stagger that like button, share this video with other potential scholars and subscribe, ring the bell and choose all notifications to be notified as soon as we release highlights of my own playthrough as well as more analysis and discussion videos. And if you'd like to support us even more by tossing us some gil, please check out the support CCO section in the description down below, as all the other elite scholars did. Thank you so much for your generous support. Now, please excuse me while I'm playing through the original Midgar again to make the last few hours a bit more bearable. I wish you all the best on your own journey and please stay safe and take care. FFVII signing off.